Right now, unfortunately, average day is trying to look tough for my kids and my family and my friends and my whole support team, really. But it's definitely a mental struggle. I think I have a different personality on days like this where I just want it over with. Try not to dwell on it, you know, but it's pretty hard going almost into 4 years of this.
Hi, my name is John Binsbaucher, Captain of the Daisy Mountain Fire and Medical Department and President of the Daisy Mountain Firefighters Charities. I remember being at the station and I got a phone call from firefighter James can tell me. I could hear it in his voice, and James told me that he had a friend of his who was a Goodyear firefighter that needed some help. I asked James what happened, what was going on. He told me his friend was just diagnosed with cancer, and could the Charities do something? My answer was, of course, yes.
I'm Tom Shannon, I'm the Scottsdale Fire Chief, and I'm Austin Peck's uncle and godfather. As an uncle, you're sick to your stomach. As a godfather, it's brutal. And then as a guy who took an active role in helping Austin achieve this dream as a firefighter, it's a tough one. One of the things that I struggle with personally is feeling like I've hurt my kid.
My name's Austin Peck. I was a firefighter for the city of Goodyear for just about 11 years. I am medically retired through the PSPRS system, not through the workman's comp as an industrial injury. I'm pretty stuck to the couch these last couple of months with a lot of tumor pain in my hips and ribs and neck. I've lost, in the last 4 years, I've lost so much of my energy that just getting up off the couch and trying to go to the grocery store with my wife or something will wear me out for a couple hours.
My name is Erin Peck and I am Austin's wife. I started functional fluids after Austin was diagnosed with cancer, and we were given a limited time for him to live, and I just wasn't content with that. So I started looking into a lot of naturopathic medicine and other alternatives to give him a better quality of life than, you know, radiation and chemo could give him. So we do a couple different things with him, a lot of over-the-counter supplements, and I do some high-dose vitamin C therapy with him. And we also give him like what's called a Myers cocktail. Has every vitamin you can imagine in it, all the energy B vitamins, A, C, D, E. We also give him some magnesium and calcium, and it just helps his cells recover faster, gives him a little bit more energy, and helps him look a little pinker throughout his treatment other than the yellow chemo.
My name is Marley and I'm 10. What I like most about my dad is he's strong and courageous.
My name's Harper. What I love most about my daddy is his snuggles.
The fire service is like a family. We laugh together, we cry together, we spend holidays together. We don't always see eye to eye, but we have each other's backs.
And as everybody knows, to change a culture, it takes everybody to participate. Not only do you need leadership to buy in fully, but our newest recruits, the folks we just hire, have to hear from the veteran members that this is absolutely the way we're going to do things. One of the things I'm most proud of, Austin and Dave Ranke and all of the members that have come before us, is that they're reaching out to these recruits in their infancy of their career, and they're talking to them about what it really means to make sure that they are free of toxins and clean when they get back from incidents. Austin specifically has talked to many recruit classes, and he's passionate about this. He's a warrior in so many ways, and he's a warrior on this issue. And myself, not only as his uncle and as his godfather, but as a fire chief that concerned about my members, I insist that everybody take an active role in educating our youth that there's no glory and essentially there's no tolerance for knowingly exposing yourself to hazard.
Normally you do a PET scan to kind of make sure where your cancer is and where they can treat it, and it just shows if it's growing, if it's shrinking, or if they could do some radiation. And so we've had some spots where they've seen it and they said, well, let's radiate that spot because it's pushing against your brain barrier, or it's causing nerve pain where I wasn't able to walk for a while. So they made the decision to radiate off of what they saw in the PET scan, and that's why we do the PET scan every 3 to 6 months.
So a group of caring, realistic people came together the last couple years and put together some good legislation. Our governor very courageously supported, and the legislature adopted some presumptive cancer laws, some presumptive heart, and they're moving into the PTSD realm. As it relates to cancer, those presumptive laws are clear. The science is absolutely clear. Firefighters are at greater risk to cancer than the average citizen, and in some cases, it is by tens of percentages. To deny that as a policymaker is simply immoral, in my view. It is an act of cowardice. It is those courageous policymakers that will stand for their firefighters who run those calls every day. When the call comes out, we don't really care why you're having your emergency, we're going to go help you. So when the firefighter needs help, we need those policymakers to stand with them and not put them in a position where they have to expend resources to fight what has been legislatively adopted as a rightful benefit. They can just focus on getting well. And so I applaud the legislative and policymakers who are in attendance tonight, who are championing those causes. Every physician, Dr. Shukla and her network of caring physicians are heroes in my view. And I can only say that together we're going to help our uncertain or non-courageous legislators to understand that there's nothing but dishonor in not supporting the firefighters.
I'm amazed at how the Goodyear Fire Department has rallied around Austin and his family, and very impressed at what they've done, and I think that as a fire service, we could all learn something from them.
The support from all the charities, all the fire department, we wouldn't be where we are today without everybody. I mean, family, the union, everybody has filled out paperwork for us, helped us with our yard work. You know, the amount of donations that we've received from everybody has just been incredible. I mean, I haven't been able to work this whole time to care for Austin and the kids, and if we didn't have the donations, I mean, Daisy Mountain Charities was one of the very first charities that showed up at our door with a check. Phoenix Fire Department showed up at our door with a check. Goodyear, obviously, you know, helped us. All the fire departments around the valley that I didn't even know were fire departments just came to our door with a check.
I grew up in Cave Creek, so pretty close to Daisy Mountain, and I've got a lot of friends that work for Daisy Mountain, just growing up with them and living in the area, getting to know them. So when I was diagnosed, just like the typical fire family, everybody wants to help out. And the word got out, and Daisy Mountain's charity contacted us and wanted to help out in any way they could, really. They asked if we need anything around the house, and they donated some money to us to help with medical bills, and they were really one of the first people to help donate and use their charity funds to help us out, which was pretty eye-opening as to where, yeah, I'm a fireman and I do that too, but I've never had to have it done for me.
Without the charities, the member, is fighting with one arm behind their back. They gotta focus on getting well. And the charities can't erase the disease. They can't erase the injury. They can help smooth out some of the rough spots that keep the person from going to maybe get a treatment that day, keep them from going to Utah to try something that might work. It helps relieve some of that stress and worry of how are we going to now feed our kids this month, or pay that bill this month, and do cancer treatment. So all I can tell you is that as you honor the folks that are in this room today, think about the importance of the charities and do everything you can to contribute and support.
I hope that Austin's story opens eyes and that all of us in the fire service rally around people like Austin and his family, Dave Ranke, and the many others that are fighting for their lives. We owe this to each other and our families.
I just can't thank you enough in the support. You know, Goodyear especially worked with Austin for over 3.5 to almost 4 years to do what they could for him and our family, to support and provide health insurance coverage. And like I said, I don't know where we'd be without him.
The biggest thing I'd like to get out there for myself personally is just the appreciation that me and my family and my extended family, my fire family, friends, I have for everybody, because the things that were done for me and my family directly were so overwhelming that words can't really explain the appreciation. And thank you really isn't enough, but everybody tells you, like, well, you do the same thing, and you just think, yeah, but I'm different. Like, I'm the guy who gives, not the guy who takes. And just the support that isn't even asked for ever. People just jump to help you. They stop their day, and I just want to, from my family, just say thank you. And that's really the biggest message I have, is my appreciation for the career I took. I didn't take it for the money. I took it because I always grew up with a big family and a big support system, and I wanted to be that guy to help out. And for it to happen to me is overwhelming, and just my appreciation is my biggest thank you, and I don't really know how else to put that.
If we're aware of something, we're responsible. And since we're responsible, we're accountable. And if we aren't doing something about this, then we should be held to account for that. And so I would challenge each of us to find our role in fighting cancer in the fire service, and find our role in helping the charities in meeting their mission goals, and take on that responsibility and hold yourself accountable to see that through. It's the right thing to do.